Well, g'day. I'm Glenn Morris from the Smart Energy Lab, and today in What's in the Box, something's turned up. Now, I have actually no idea what's inside this box. I haven't opened it yet, but from the outside I can see it's a intelligent solar inverter from GE Electric. Now, I have done some reviews of the GE Electric solar inverter before, but this seems to be a much bigger package than the last one. So let's get into it and check it out. Now, one of the first things I do when I look at a package and when I open it is just how it presents the information to me about what's in the box. Now, straight up, I can see we've got a template here. It looks pretty much like this could be used for mounting of the system, I'm guessing. So I'll save that. It does say front up. What else have we got in here? So we've got a mounting plate and another mounting plate. Interesting. Okay, so it looks like it's more than one item. So it looks like we've got two mounting plates, so I'll put these aside. And right, so I jokingly refer to these as the lolly bags. There's a lot of little stuff in here, and yeah, so what do we got? A Wi-Fi dongle, solar connectors, screws, wall mounting. We've got some AC plugs, two of them, so it looks like there's two AC ports to connect. That's pretty interesting. Okay, and the all-important, oh, and rather thick manual. So we've got a product report, we've got some information, a quick wiring guide, and what looks like quite a substantial manual. So I'll take a closer look at that in a bit. All right, let's get into it. Okay. I think I'm going to have to tear this. Wow. Okay, so a desiccant just to make sure nothing is getting corroded from excess moisture. And there it is. So first impressions, beautiful color. It's kind of goldy champagne finish on it. We've got our information screen, and it looks like we've got our battery and AC connections in their own little switchboard enclosure. So I'm liking the look of this. So that means less wiring work to install this system. What else have we got here? An energy meter. Now, energy meters are really required if you want to self-use your solar energy that's stored in a battery, because the battery doesn't know, or the battery combined with the inverter doesn't know when you're consuming energy without a meter. And this is very well packaged in a air foam squeezy pack, and the meter itself I'm quite familiar with because these have been used before by some of the products here, and it's nice and compact. It's really, I think, about 2 poles wide, so it's not a very large meter. It also has CTs, so it's got a voltage reference, and it's measuring current. So by measuring both of those, it's giving a very accurate measurement of true power. So that's pretty interesting. So this is the business end of the system. It's got a separate wiring module, so all of your connections are basically plug and socket connections. We've got our grid and our backup AC connections. We've got our battery management comms and meter comms. Both of those are weatherproof glands. Then we've got our ports for battery and MPPT. So my gosh, there's 4 PV inputs on this unit. So we'll have to check the data sheet to see how many MPPTs are in this unit, but 4 inputs, and it's a 10 kilowatt inverter. So that's pretty interesting. So on the side here, we've got a bypass switch. So normal and bypass. Now I'm imagining this allows us to bypass this unit in case of a failure, such as the battery system is shut down. We want to pass the grid through. So we've got a manual transition, changeover to bypass. And looking at the rear of the unit, a very well ventilated heatsink. There's our mounting points, 1, 2, and I can see why the template comes in handy, because we need to get these in the right position for the 2 plates that are going to go on the wall. So here we go. This is the front view of the inverter and the wiring enclosure down below. So it means it's pre-wired with our AC and DC isolators in this enclosure, and this enclosure, by the look of it, is lockable. Yep, so it's got a locking mechanism, which means that this can be our position of isolation for our battery system here. So shut that down. And it can be screwed shut for weatherproofing. And it's got a keyhole for putting a padlock in it, so we can shut off the AC, DC and battery connection points. So that's the new GE inverter with attached wiring enclosure. I'm liking it. It's going to reduce the cost of installation and speed up getting all this kit on the wall. So that's going to come next, is let's install this and see how it really works.